Hello everybody, welcome. I am the Strategy Professor, and today I just want to do a really quick channel update just to let you know what's going to be going on this week and in the near-term future on the channel. So as always, if you enjoy the content, please be sure to like and subscribe. And I have moved to Twitch as well for the live streams. I'll talk about what's going on with that, how that's gone down over the last week. But you can follow me on there as well, and I have become an affiliate, so now you can sub on there, and you can access the transcoder to lower the resolution if it was choppy for you that first week out there. But we'll talk about that a little bit more here in a second. But yeah, be sure to just follow the content, mark it, just let people know that you enjoy it if you do enjoy it. Okay, so I am going to be on vacation. I'm leaving pretty much right after I do this video. I'm going to schedule some videos. I'm going to leave at like 3 in the morning, and we're going to drive for like 9 hours, show up at a beach. It's going to be delightful. But I just wanted to give you this post here really quick. So I'm not going to be available for live streams from the 15th through the 20th. I might be able to respond to some comments if you email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com if you have an inquiry, if you want to do some coaching, or if you want to commission a guide, or you just have a question about something. I should still be able to answer some emails at least once a day while we're kind of winding down at night, or maybe answer some of the YouTube comments. So I'll try as much as I can to be engaged, but at the same time, I want to be on vacation. I want to be hanging out with my wife and daughter and the rest of my family. So you'll have limited access to me, but I'll do the best that I can. I am going to have some scheduled content posted while I'm gone, and I've got the schedule here for you so you know what to expect. I'm going to try to be a lot more scheduled than I have been. Sometimes it's really tough with my schedule with, the teaching, the family, and just a bunch of other stuff going on to commit to an exact time. But I'm going to try to be a lot better about that. I'm going to make a conscious effort to actually try to start the stream when I say I'm going to start the stream. And I'm going to try to release content on a regimented schedule like this so you know exactly when it's going to drop. So you know exactly when I'm going to release the Total War video or whatever other content you're looking forward to. So on the Total War front, I'm going to release an episode every day at 1 p.m. So it's going to be Chaos and Norska. Remember, those were commissioned for full campaigns. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you ever finish campaigns? Why don't you ever finish them? It's like, well, they're fun, but they take a really, really long time. Like, it's going to take probably 2 or 3 months to finish these campaigns from when we started. So we're kind of, I think we've crossed the hill. Definitely on the campaign, we've crossed the hill, and hopefully we're going to be able to finish it out over the next couple of weeks. And then Norska, we've got a pretty good start on it. I do have some other campaigns coming up soon. So I've got Lizardmen, Dwarfs, and Wood Elves. I have had people ask me about Vampire Coast and Kalita. I think someone may have asked about Beastmen as well. So there's been a lot of inquiries about different kinds of campaigns, but this is what's on the docket right now. So Lizardmen will be next, and then Dwarf, and then Wood Elves. Once I get settled into Twitch and Teamfight Tactics and all of that stuff, then get comfortable with that content and how I want to schedule that, then I should hopefully be able to do about juggle 3 campaigns at once. So we should be able to get the Lizardmen going pretty soon, probably the week after vacation. We should be able to release a couple of Lizardmen episodes, and then we'll try to get the Dwarves and the Wood Elves in soon thereafter. So I'm doing the best that I can, but remember, it's about 1 hour per campaign per day that we do, and I do stream for like 4 to 5 hours as well. I do other content on the channel for probably an additional 2 or 3 hours. So squeezing in, an extra like 3 or 4 hours a day for extra content on Total War is really hard to do. That puts me at like 11 hours, 10 or 11 hours on the channel, which is really tough to do on a day-by-day basis. So I'm doing the best that I can to crank it out. I appreciate people being patient with me on there. It's just hard to do much more than like 2 at a time consistently, but I might be able to do 3 when we get back. So anyways, 1 p.m. new episode. You can look forward to that every day. I'm going to release league content at 6 p.m. So I have the 9.14 patch notes for you. All of this is going to be based on the PBE. So some stuff might change. I talk about that in the videos, but I'm not going to be here to record the official patch notes. So hopefully this will be good enough for you. This is what 99% of other content creators do. They'll say, oh, like coming soon, next patch. They use the PBE data. If they publish a video before the Tuesday before a patch, then they're using PBE data. So I'm just having to join other people this one time. Usually I like to wait to use the actual data so it's 100% accurate, but usually the PBE is like 99%. So anyways, I got the patch notes for you on Monday. I have Tuesday is going to be the support tier list. Then I have a Teamfight Tactics ranked guide when that releases on Wednesday. And then I have a Teamfight Tactics tier list on Thursday. So each one of these videos is about an hour long, so you should still have plenty of content. If you can't watch it in one sitting, then, you know, remember, you can always just use the timestamps and jump around, watch it, and over a couple of different settings. Also, pro tip on YouTube, if you don't know this, if you want a faster video, you can probably just, you know, boost me up to 1.5 speed. You just go down to the little cog. Well, I guess it's not going to be there. I was watching some of my boy Project Pat here while I was preparing some of these videos. But you can just go down to playback speed, and then you can change it to like 1.5 speed. And you could probably watch me at 1.5 speed and probably be okay. I'm you know, I'm from the South. I'm a relatively slow talker. I try to be as fast as I can. But realistically, you could probably watch me at 1.25 or 1.5 speed, and that could save you a lot of time if you want kind of, you know, faster videos. So I do the best that I can to crank them out as fast as possible, but I also try to put in a ton of information. So pro tip out there for, you know, people that haven't figured out that feature and you've been watching me for a long time. You know, I'm trying to cut the videos down. I've got most of them to under an hour. It's very rare we have over an hour video. Next step is to go to 30 minutes. But in the meantime, you can just cog it, you know, and bump me up to 1.25 or 1.5 speed. Okay, so we've got all that going on, and then a new coaching session on Friday. And then Saturday, I should be back for the stream around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I wanted to have an 80 carry tier list ready for you, but it's already like 2:30 in the morning, and I've got to put in a bunch of other timestamps. We got to leave here soon so that we can avoid Atlanta traffic on the way down to Florida. We don't want to run into that early morning traffic. So, and I do want to go to sleep at some point. So I didn't quite get the 80 carry tier list done. We might be able to do it by next Sunday after we return, and we'll start, you know, streaming out regular content again. I am also going to upload. I have, I think, 3 or 4 past streams that are uploaded to YouTube. I'm gonna put the timestamps in there and release those. So if you weren't able to watch Twitch last week, you can still go in and watch some of those games on YouTube as well. And just remember that it does save all of the streams on Twitch. So if you can't watch it live, I believe you should be able to watch it with a transcoder. Not 100% about that, but I think you can watch it with a transcoder as well. And then on Twitch, the Strategy Professor, you know, just one word, the Strategy Professor, if you want to find me on Twitch there. If you go into, like, I don't remember where it is. There's, like, options, or you can go to, like, your channel and then look at, like dashboard channel. Somewhere in there, you can find an option for, like, video and streaming, and you can turn off low latency. So I think by default it's low latency, which is going to give you the best resolution, but could cause lag if you have lag issues. So just look it up out there. Just Twitch low latency on Google. It'll tell you how to turn that off. But I think if you turn off low latency and you turn off the transponder, then you should be able to look at past broadcasts under videos. It has the full stream here. And because I'm a Twitch Prime member, then you can always access it. It's going to be there for 2 months, I believe. So, oh, there are chapters? I didn't realize there are chapters. Oh, that's kind of cool. So if I switch games, then it'll switch the chapters around. I don't know how accurate those are, but that is kind of neat. But anyways, yeah. So that should be available for you now. So yeah, I will have the YouTube stuff up for you with timestamps if you missed the Twitch stream last week. Okay, and then just try to stay connected as well. If if you don't follow me on these, Twitter, I've got that linked for you here in the description, and then Discord and Twitch. Now you can find access to this Google Doc in the description as well, so you can always pull it up and look at it anytime you want. And I will announce when I'm arriving on Twitter, and usually I announce whenever I'm about to start streaming. I'm going to do better about that. That's the only thing I announce on Twitter, so I'm not going to flood your Twitter feed. It'll just give you one more way that you can get a notification for Twitter. From what I've heard, Twitch has way better notifications than YouTube does, so you should still be able to get notifications on Twitch whenever I go live. But just in case, you can follow me on Twitter. You can also join our awesome Discord if you want to. We have just recently opened up a lot of it to the public. It used to be members only, and there are some sections that are members only, but we've opened it up, and there's a lot of other content out there to check out that's free. You can, set up games with other people that are on here if you want to play some TFT with people or some normals or even duo queue some ranked. That can be a lot of fun. And there is a bot in here that announces whenever I release a video, so you can get announcements on here as well that you might miss on YouTube whenever I go live for streaming or whenever I release some other kind of content. So Be sure to check that out if you'd like. Okay, final couple of things I want to talk about. As I mentioned before, I just hit affiliate on Twitch. I just finished that yesterday. I filled out all the bank information, all that stuff. So we are set up and good to go on that. So you can donate with bits on that if you want to. Cheering, I guess they call it. So you can cheer during a stream with that. You can subscribe now. So remember, if you're a Twitch Prime or someone that like your wife's Twitch Prime or your parents or whatever, and you're not using that to subscribe to somebody, you can throw that my way. It does help me out. Gives me a few dollars to help out. So that's one of the really nice things about Twitch is so many people are part of Prime, because Prime is really awesome. I'm not just saying that because now, I'm affiliated with Twitch, but I've had it for years. I've had it when they first started doing it when I was a grad student back in like 2012 or 2013. It's just awesome, like getting free delivery on stuff. You get discounts on different things. They actually have some pretty decent video. My daughter watches like Daniel Tiger on there now. So they don't like their video isn't as good as something like Netflix or Hulu yet, but they're working on it. So there's just all kinds of really cool things that you get for Prime. And one of the perks is that, you can subscribe to a content creator with it. I think you get like different kinds of like loot or bonuses if you link your Twitch with some games or something. I don't know all about all that, but there's a lot of stuff. It gives you a lot of stuff. And one of them, if you have it or someone that that's related to you has it, and isn't using that sub, then that is a way that you can help support the channel basically for free. And you will also, like, the most important thing here is going to be you can get the transcoder, which means that if you can't watch it in 1080, because I know sometimes the internet's rough around the world, or maybe you're sharing a house with like 6 other people or something and everyone's just hogging, all the internet, or you live in a dorm or something. You should have access to the transcoder definitely during the live stream. I'm not sure about the replays, but that means if you can't watch it in 1080, you should be able to dial it back down to like 480. I know that's something that people liked a lot about YouTube. So we should have access to that now on Twitch. There are some really cool extensions as well. I haven't done a ton with that, but I like installed the op.gg one. So if you hover over the screen during a stream, it should have a little op.gg button. And if you click on it, it'll tell you the runes that someone ran, their record, and their rank on whichever champion. So it's like you're looking at op.gg, but you don't have to leave the site on Twitch. You can just do it live during the stream. So there's a lot of really cool stuff there. I'm going to be looking into that a lot more. I don't have emotes yet for the subs, but I will be. I've been talking with some people. I'm going to try to get those designed and produced relatively soon. We're just kind of weighing options. If you want to throw in some ideas, I think there's a channel on Discord. I haven't looked it over yet. I've been so busy over the last few days. But I think people were trying to come up with some ideas for, potential things that I could do for emotes that would be fun. So I'll look over those whenever I get back and try to get you some emotes as soon as possible. Now, some people have also asked why Twitch. I did do a recent video about that, like why I was considering Twitch. But I know not everyone watched that, so I'm just going to hit the highlights here really quickly. But basically, YouTube has been a really awesome platform. When I started back in 2016 of just like trying to grow from 0 subscribers. We've grown all the way up to 27,000, which I think is fantastic, especially because I specialize in long form content. I'm a bit older. I don't do all caps clickbaiting type of videos. I think we've done very well given the style of channel that we have. But the algorithm has been hitting me pretty hard lately, especially in the last year or so. We used to be averaging like 30 YouTube subs a day, and it's dipped down to like 10 to 15 a day after that, because I'm just not getting recommended as much in a lot of feeds. And a lot of that's because I have longer form content, because, I produce like 30 minutes, hour long, like good, thorough, in-depth videos. And I don't do the 10-minute clickbait, vacuous videos that don't give you a lot of information. But YouTube highly prioritizes channels now and content that people watch a larger percentage of it. And you're always going to have some people that come to your channel for just like a brief second, and they decide, this isn't for me, and they go somewhere else, right? And that's for all people. That's for like some of the biggest YouTubers out there, like PewDiePie, Markiplier. This happens to everybody, where just someone comes in, they look at it for a second, and they're like, I don't think this is really what I was looking for whatever reason, and then they leave. That's like getting a 0 on a test, sort of. So if you're getting a 0 out of 60, like a 60-minute video, that's going to hurt your average a lot. So if you have like 20% of people clicking away after like 1 minute or less, that's going to pull down your average to like maybe 40 minutes, right? And that's going to mean that people are only watching 2/3 of your video. Versus if you have a 10-minute clickbait video and someone leaves within 1 minute, that's only pulling away 10% of your total viewership, because it's only going to drag you down from about 10 minutes on average to 9 minutes on average. So they're still going to see, hey, people are watching 90% of this video. So that's just a structural fact of YouTube. People are going to leave early within the first few minutes, regardless of your content. So they're just going to decide it's not for me, it's not what I was looking for. That's just how it works when you're dealing with numbers this large, when you have thousands of people coming through a video. And that just dramatically affects longer videos more than shorter videos, because it pulls down the average view time a lot. So I don't know, it hurts long form content a lot, and I've definitely felt it. They changed it in the summer of 2018. Our subs dropped, our concurrent viewers on stream dropped for a while. We were starting to get them back in June, so the subs were still kind of a little lackluster, but we were getting a lot of concurrent viewers, so I thought it was recommending us a bit more. Because we were getting like 150 to 180 a night for like 3 weeks for the most part. We'd have a couple of off nights every now and then, but for the most part, we were getting a lot. We got up to like 260, and we got over 200 several times during that stretch. But then just like out of nowhere around July, it just like crashed, and we were getting like 80 to 100 concurrent viewers again. And there was one stream in particular. There's a Twitch or a glitch on YouTube. It wasn't on my OBS. Because the recording, wasn't affected, the internet wasn't affected, but there's just like this glitch where it just went offline for like 30 seconds, came back. I went from 200 viewers, I think we had like 205, down to 100, and those 100 people never came back because they never got notified that we were live again, and they just disappeared. So it's just like really questionable, really sketchy, like how these numbers keep bouncing around. They keep changing their algorithm. And they really are trying to go hard on the clickbait videos rather than the long form, like educational kind of videos. So I am still going to do stuff on YouTube, but really one of the main reasons I was sticking with YouTube is I was like, okay, if I pull in people from my guides, then I'm going to I thought it would create this virtuous cycle, and it did for several years. People would come in for a guide. They'd be looking for a Tahm Kench guide or an Ash guide or like my One Trick guide or all these guides. And then they would get notifications after they subbed, say, hey, he's streaming live. Cool, I'll go check it out. And then it would organically bring people to the stream. And then as more people are on the stream, there's a lot more like comments going on the stream. We're building up more likes, all of this stuff. Then I figured it would give some more street cred to my guides. So YouTube would notice, hey, he's streaming, he's pulling in, 150 to 200 people a night. That means he has good content. So we're going to recommend his guides more to other people, right? So I thought they would do something like that because that makes sense, right? You're creating a community, you're getting organic growth, you're driving people who want to see your content in for the pre-recorded content, and then you're bringing them to the much more lucrative live content, both for the content creator and for YouTube. I would imagine they could bargain much more to get better advertising on live streams than they could for pre-recorded stuff. So it just seemed like it would make perfect business sense to me, and for a while it looked like that's what YouTube was doing. So I just wanted to keep it all on one platform so that I would get better street cred for the guides because I have the live stream on the same platform. But it seems like they just don't really care. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like getting low views no matter what. Even when I was getting, averaging 150 to 180 views, I wasn't getting any more significant views on my guides or on my other content on the channel, on the tier list. So that's why. So basically, I wanted to keep it all on one platform for a long time because logically I thought it made sense to do that given how the algorithm worked. But they've changed it. It doesn't seem to work that way. The viewership, people just aren't getting recommended as much. And people aren't getting notifications. So even longtime subscribers, people that have been subscribed for years, people that click the bell, people that are members that are paying the $5 a month, on YouTube, still aren't getting notified. Even though they're showing up to a very high percentage, like they're here almost every night. I've heard this from several people. They don't get notifications when I go live. I've looked it up. I've tried to fix it. If you post more than 3 videos in a day, it won't give out notifications for the other videos. I post a lot of videos, so now I have to choose, am I just not going to announce and give a notification when I release a Total War video or when I release a guide so that I can save one of those notifications for YouTube streaming? It's really problematic for the kind of channel that I do. And it's really annoying for a lot of people, including me, when, some of my most devoted, engaged, awesome people in the community aren't getting notifications. So it's rough. And so now we're trying out Twitch, and I think it's been a really big success. You know, the viewers are about the same. They're slightly lower, which is to be expected to start as we're switching platforms, and a lot of people don't know. But realistically, for a lot of the time, excluding like the first hour or so while we're building up the viewership, we're keeping between 75 to 100 viewers, which is pretty close to what we were getting on YouTube after kind of the crash in early July. So that's been really useful. There's just a lot more stuff on Twitch that I mentioned before. There are these extensions which add really cool features like the op.gg button. There can be like a countdown button to when the stream's going to start. You can like track who's donated with the bits. You can, put scrolling stuff on there like new subscribers, new followers, all this stuff. It just looks a lot better. It's a lot more like technologically savvy. You can do more cool things that are just visually appealing. All of the emotes are actually really fun. I thought they might be kind of annoying because I've seen some of those huge channels where it's just like nothing but emotes, but it's been great. It's been an awesome balance of just kind of fun emotes and great chat. So everyone that's come out has really, really enjoyed it, I think, with the small exception of the people who couldn't watch it because the resolution was too high. But once again, that should be fixed now that I'm an affiliate. So if you had a hard time watching it before, be sure to come out now and check it out. Yeah, it's great. I think it's just a better viewer experience. It gives me more tools as a creator. They're invested in long-term, like content creation. They aren't screwing people over on algorithms. YouTube just got rid of YouTube Gaming, which they were trying to build up to be a rival for Twitch. They just kind of gave up on that. So Twitch is committed for the long haul. They're constantly adding new features. Like back in the day when I started, they didn't used to have affiliate. It used to be partner or bust, and used to have 500 concurrent viewers before you could be a partner for like a month. It's just like almost impossible for anyone to break in who's like new to the game, the Twitch kind of streaming game. And now they just have so many more features. They've added in Twitch Prime so that people can support basically for free if they have Prime. They've added in affiliate. It's kind of a stepping stone to get to partner. They've lowered their requirements on partner so that now it's only 75 concurrent instead of 500. They've added in bits so that people can, donate and cheer on different content creators, like using a different kind of method. So anyways, they're doing a lot of really cool things, and it looks like, this is just the place to be once you have an established community. Once you're getting more than like, one viewer on your stream, it's a good idea to go over to Twitch. So I've heard a lot of really positive stuff from people that have been and watched the Twitch version of the streams. Okay, so you got Twitch Prime, Twitch Bits, subscribers, all that stuff just seems better. There's no delay on the chat, or at least there's a very small delay. I think now that I'm an affiliate, I might be able to turn off the delay. I know if I'm a partner, I can turn it all the way off. So no delay in chat makes it a lot more interactive, which is fun. YouTube has gotten a little bit better about that. It used to be a 30-second delay. Now I think it's like a 15-second, but Twitch is even less than that. You've got the extensions, you have the graphics, the overlays, all of that cool stuff. I'm probably not going to do music. A lot of people kind of spoke out and said they like my stream because I don't do music, because then you can put your own music on in the background if you want. So probably not going to do music, but it is possible. I can also watch videos if we just want to watch like a 3-minute funny video or something. We can do that. Then there's just better emotes, better expression, better graphics, Twitch sub. I think if you're a sub, you don't have to watch commercials, which is really nice. If you're a YouTube member, I think you still get commercials unless you're part of YouTube Red. So that's really cool. Then you have gifted subs. So this is there are just lots of systems to help build communities. So with gifted subs, if someone wants to donate like a good chunk of money, they could just give some subs also if they wanted to, or instead. That would allow other people to try out some of the cool emotes that we're going to have. They could try out Viewers Night with the gifted subs. So there's just lots of cool potential there with the sub gifts. You have this rating feature where you can send all of your viewers over to another channel, and you can kind of have this like exchange of viewers with other content creators that stream at different times. You can host other people, which is pretty cool for sort of growing your brand. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do to grow your community on Twitch organically without having to rely on an algorithm. So that's pretty nice. And then if I get to Twitch Partner, I could get invited to some events. I know they're having a TFT event. I don't know if they've done it yet, Teamfight Tactics, but it's for like $120,000. Now, I don't think I'm big enough to get invited to something like that, but maybe if I get big enough, who knows, maybe. Now, I don't think I would necessarily win some of those things, but just getting to play with some other content creators could be really cool, could be really fun, potentially. So Twitch is just doing a lot more stuff for their partners, which could be pretty neat. So, yeah, that's it. We're going to stick with Twitch for the live viewing, but we're still going to do a lot of YouTube stuff. I am going to post up replays of the stream. It has to be 24 hours after the stream minimum as part of like Twitch's, you know, thing that they do, but it's still not too long to wait. It's still pretty relevant to what's going on. And I'm still going to post a lot of guides and other stuff on YouTube as well. So anyways, that's going to be it for this video. You know, let me know what you think about this stuff in the comments. Hopefully, this is okay with people. I know there's going to be some people that don't like Twitch for whatever reason. Either they can't watch it at work or they're just like morally opposed to Twitch for whatever. I will say that we do have the same awesome, chill community. We haven't had hardly any toxic people come in. I think, in fact, more often we have toxic, like, hater people that would show up on YouTube. Crossing our fingers, we'll see. But I haven't, last week, I don't think we had a single person that was, like, really that negative that came in. Just like a random person that's come into the stream. So, it's not really that bad. I know it gets a reputation for, like, being really immature and, you know, potentially other stuff. Questionable stuff that can go on Twitch, but that doesn't happen in our community. It's the same awesome, chill, very cool community. There's actually more people, I think, chatting than there were before, just because you have the emotes and they can pick an anonymous name that's maybe not their real name that's on like their Google account. I've had some people say that they enjoy that aspect of it. So come by, check it out. If it's for moral reasons, I think you'll find it is still the same cool stream that you remember from YouTube. If it's because of the technical issues that's holding you back from Twitch, once again, we should have those fixed with the transcoders, and you can turn off the low latency. That should help. Remember, Google that, low latency on Twitch. That should be an easy fix. If it's because of work, I can't do anything about that. I'm sorry. I will still have the replays available if you want to watch it later. And I still can create guides or do coaching or whatever else to help you out with your game anytime you want. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I appreciate it. You know, once again, sorry, I'm going on vacation here. I know a lot of people look forward to the streams, but I think it's just really important to have some family time as well and to just kind of get away, just refresh a little bit and come back. But I am still going to have that content showing up, so we're not going to be totally gone. We still have the Total War content every day. We have some League content coming out every day, and we're going to have all of those past Twitch streams available on YouTube, with one being released every day. And I will still try to, like I said, answer emails and maybe YouTube comments at least once a day while I kind of wind it down for bed. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.